Warning, this show is not for the serious or sensitive individual. I repeat, this show is not for the sensitive or serious individual.
In other words, if you sensitive, do you a favor, definitely do me a favor, and get the fuck from around here, player. Yeah.
There goes the neighbor. There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighbor. There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah. We back, people. We are back. What is going on, y'all? Woo! Exciting. I'm hyped. I'm pumped up for tonight. Man, it's been a minute, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody in the chat, what's up? Man, damn, how long has it been? It's been a few months, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? Please, everybody, share it up. Tag everybody. Let everybody know we back in the building better than ever because I got my brothers with me now, and this is going to be a hell of a good time tonight. Promise you a real good time. Promise you some laughs. Get a couple drinks with you. You know, whatever you got to do. If you're mad at your partner, leave them alone. Go to the next room. Go sit down and enjoy yourself because we're about to take y'all for a little ride right now with There Goes the Neighborhood Apartment 3A. But, you know, before we do that, let me just say what's up to a few people I see up in the chat real quick. Obviously, always first and foremost is my mama. Love you, Mom. What's up? You got my baby dream girl, Cynthia. We got Miss C-Bank in the building. I see Yvette. What's up, E? We got Athena. Wilma, what's up? We got Freddie Fred in the building. Rocco, what up? We got Ricardo. I see Maggie. I see Karen. Alva, what's up? Jan, what's going on? Sharon, what's up? We got Lay in the building. Lenny, what's up? Melissa Bonilla in the building. Chris, what's up? Christina in the building. Say what's up to my brother for me. Maggie, what's up? Listen, y'all, you know, we could be here all night saying what's up to everybody in the chat. But I don't want to keep y'all waiting no more. It's time to get the fellas in the building. For those of you who have been under a rock and don't know, we are now officially Apartment 3A. There Goes the Neighborhood, which means we're taking it back to the rawness, taking it back to the fun days. You know, when we first started, for those of you that were around back then, you guys know we took on a lot of crazy topics, crazy stuff. So not that we're going all the way to the craziness, but we're going to bring some of that into the things that are important as well. And, you know, with that said, Apartment 3A starts now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What on?
So amazing, y'all. So rated R. So fly, fresh to death to hate me, y'all. So amazing, y'all. So rated R. So fly, fresh to death to hate me, y'all. So amazing, y'all. So rated R. So fly, fresh to death to hate me, y'all. So amazing, y'all. So rated R. So fly, fresh to death to hate me, y'all. So amazing, y'all.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, my boys. We got Mr. Rube, Charlie, and Arthur in the building. Yeah. What's good, fellas? What it do?
What's up, fellas? What's up?
What up, fellas? What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Blessings to everybody.
Yes, sir. Blessings to everybody. Happy Tuesday. Yes, sir, Ruben. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, I see that intro. That was a pretty cool intro, though, D.
Yeah, I love the intro, Dom G. You've been working hard, baby.
Keeping that shit from us.
Thank y'all. Can you guys hear me? Because I just lost myself on my headphones.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me? All right. As long as you guys can hear me. I don't know what the hell I just did. Oh, there I go. Okay, now I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sound like a commercial.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what it do, fellas? So what's good, man?
It was good.
Man, just,
ready? I'm ready.
You know,
Ruben's ready.
Kid.
Come on, man. Ruben's ready.
You already know. I'm ready to get it in right now. Like, yo, y'all niggas is Yo.
It's, Deneen, what's up? We got Deneen in the building. The talented and amazing Deneen Caporale in the building.
Deneen, what's good, Deneen?
Ara, what's up? Janet, what's up, Janet? So just for everybody to know, there goes the neighborhood. I was over 100 episodes in, and it was pretty cool to go back and look at a lot of notes and just reading a lot of things on those previous episodes that I did, and it was like, wow, a lot of things that I wanted to kind of almost bring back into the forefront and touch on again. And when we decided to do this together, I said it'd be kind of cool maybe now to start bringing some of those topics back to you guys, bringing it out, because obviously a lot of new followers that ended up coming into the picture that weren't there in the early days. So I think that now I can actually bring that up, and on top of that, there's a whole bunch of other topics that we'll be touching on as well. So tonight we decided to go with one of my topics that I really enjoyed, which was the art of not giving a fuck. And I think a lot of people in this chat can probably relate to needing that type of energy and needing to know how to not give a fuck in the right way, because we sometimes we take that art of not giving a fuck and we present that in a way that's not healthy for us. So there is a healthy way to go about living that lifestyle, which we will get into. But before we get into that, let's talk about some stuff that's been going on. Let's talk about this Tyson fight that recently happened, man. What you guys think about this Tyson fight, man?
Wow. Entertainment, strictly entertainment, man. From what I've been hearing, there's been a lot of different stories going on, but it was pretty much Tyson was there to show up, but not knock nobody out, so he can collect his check. A lot of jokes are going around with Paul was whispering in his ear, "Yo, stop hitting me so hard! Stop hitting me so hard! You're gonna get 20 million. You're gonna get 20 million." Granted, Tyson did look old, but honestly, he trained hard. The way he was training in his training regimen, he could have took homeboy out, but he chose not to. You know what I'm saying? Was his legs stiff? Yeah, but he was hitting hard.
It was hard to tell, like if he just really couldn't do it no more, or he was just throwing it. I'm still torn. I don't know which way. Either way, he's $20 million richer.
So, hey, look, and he showed his ass to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he said, "Before you judge me, kiss my ass."
basically.
Oh shit! But
I mean, look, you know what? Under the circumstances, how he blew his money in the past, people took advantage of him. I mean, he's a much smarter individual now. I think mentally, he's just want to enjoy his life with his kids, and that's $20 million at the end of the day, right? So yeah. I think most would have done it, in that circumstances. But I think Tyson had it in him to really pound him out. It was just something different. He wasn't even, he was just backing up basically. But nevertheless, listen, it was Netflix. It was free if you have an account. It wasn't a pay-per-view event for a reason. And bottom line, he got paid. I'm happy for him, but I just hate to see an OG like that get, you know what I mean? Like go out like that.
If you see the first round, how he's moving, it changed towards the second and third round.
Yeah, it did. It sure did. Now was that because he was just tired? His legs weren't moving? I don't buy that. I don't buy he was tired. Yeah, I don't buy it. Not because all the videos I've seen with him training and him ducking, him bending his knees, moving in, and this where he had the guy with the mitts ducking out the way, and he knocked one of his trainers down with a body shot, and he had the body suit on, hit him and knocked him down. Like, but like you said, Charlie, for the first round he was moving. Yeah. The latter rounds it was like, okay, what's up?
And he looked like he was holding punches, some of the punches too.
Yeah, but I was just gonna go there too. But it's like even Tyson has said in the past, right? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So it's a little different when you're getting hit as opposed to no one's hitting you and you're doing all that.
That's true. Yes, that's true.
So I don't know. It's a little tough for me to see.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that Netflix paid them out because Netflix increased charges for their application is ridiculous anyway. So pay everybody you got to pay because they keep going up every 6 months, every 5-6 months they're going up.
It's crazy.
You got a new
Yeah, well,
account, so
they
you know
they
what I
got to
mean.
reap
So
that money back somehow.
Random
That's
questions.
Oh, random questions. So throughout the show, people, you're gonna see things pop up that says random questions. At that point, one of us will be asking random questions to each other, and love for you guys to throw some answers out as well. So, being that I'm taking care of the random questions this week, I got the random questions. Do you put milk before the cereal or the cereal before the milk? Rube, we'll start with you.
do you put milk before the cereal? Or the cereal? No, I put the cereal before the milk. I mean, shit.
Same
I
here.
put, I put the cereal, and then I gotta calculate how much I gotta share with these niggas in here. I'm like, God damn, man, you know what I mean? You know, because I want to drink my shit and pour it again. You know what I mean? Like, but I gotta. Damn, my daughter got a little bit. She gotta go to school. I gotta make a decision. So yeah, cereal before the milk.
Cereal. You put. What about you, all?
Nah, man. Yeah, the cereal before the milk, man. You got to have enough cereal in the bowl, and you pour accordingly till you get that cereal to rise up, but you don't want to pour out the bowl. But then as you get to the bottom of the bowl, you realize I got to pour some more.
I think
Yeah,
everybody likes cereal before the milk. Do y'all like? I pour I make sure when I pour the milk though in the cereal that I only pour on like one spot of the cereal. I don't pour it all over the cereal.
Yeah,
I make sure I stay on one spot.
Nah,
Yeah,
one spot.
I don't want my shit to get soggy, so I make sure I get one spot, keep it right in that one spot. But that was that was just a random question. So
like that.
Good job. By the way, people that put the milk first, you might want to go get your mental state checked because they said if you put milk first, you're probably not mentally all there. No, I'm kidding. I just made that up. Don't get worried. But but yeah, man. So going back to that, man. Tyson, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
I'll tell you what. The girls' fight was way. That was way entertaining.
That girls' fight was
you know
one of
what?
the best fights I've seen in my life.
In a long time, I'm telling you, man. Yo, I wouldn't even fight neither one of them chicks. And I outweigh them at least by 40, 50 pounds. I wouldn't fight neither one of them. Because they was throwing with bad intention. Yeah.
That was
the amount of punches.
ugly.
And the amount of punches they were throwing.
Word. They was throwing punches in bunches. Trust me.
And you had a real you had a real OG Puerto Rican dude there too. Like, yo.
And it's crazy because I've seen Ruben's girl like hit him like that. Like I've seen her just like like at least like with 7 hits quick one time, like when he was being disrespectful. But
yeah, he's right. He's right. You know what I mean? I never hit her. I didn't want to hit a girl, so I just ate that. You know what I mean, Charlie? I just ate
you got a little slow, so you can't duck them. You can't.
Right.
Hey, Ruben, you got to learn how to roll with the punches. Roll with the punch, so you don't just.
Listen, Arthur, when you don't see that shit coming, you get hit. I moved from the Monfongo she threw. That I weaved. But the punch, I didn't weave.
Yeah. So. Hey, you just get sometimes you just got to take one on the chin. Take one on the chin. You know what I'm saying?
The hand comes up after you get hit, right?
You already know.
Right. After you get hit.
Did you on mute?
Yo, Dom.
He muted himself.
Yeah. Cynthia mute him from remote. Like, shut up, nigga. Click. I'm in Florida. She still got that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now
we can hear you.
Now you can.
All right.
Yeah, you went silent. Your lips was moving, but we can't. We haven't learned how to lip read yet. You know what I'm saying?
So in more current events, something that I think people like Karen that's in this chat and a lot of other people are going to be really excited about. They have spoken about, but they're very nervous about this. They're very wishy-washy on this. There's a lot of fears behind the fact that there's becoming a huge advancement in sex tech. And they're saying that it's becoming incredibly scary because it's becoming so realistic between VR and between the dolls and what they're able to do. And they're saying that it's scary, especially for, the younger generation who, I mean, think about, your first time as a kid. Remember when you first got some ass and you're just that was like the greatest thing in the world, right? It's like, oh, I found heaven on earth, like that was heaven on earth to me. It was like, holy shit, I could do this like for the rest of my life. Like, this is incredible. Like, so, you think about something like this for a kid where they have these kind of gadgets that are going to be coming up, and now you're able to have those kind of experiences with whether it's AI or these toys that are coming up. They're afraid of what that can mentally do to the generations coming up. I would say, I mean, I'm not really afraid of what it can do probably to Karen, because I think Karen can handle herself with an AI. But for the younger generation, yes. Love you, Karen.
Well, listen. I tell you one thing. I don't know if y'all heard the story, but Lamar Odom, who used to date one of the Kardashian chicks, I think the middle sister, the tall blonde-headed one.
Chloe.
Well, when they divorced and broke up, he ordered a lifelike animatronic to the scale replica of her with by dimensions to the core. It came in a big crate, and the people came and set it up. He opened it up, and it was the crate. I just saw this a couple of weeks ago on TV. He ordered one, and because they're not together, but I guess he felt that's the next best thing for him. But the thing is lifelike. The eyes move, the mouth moves. It's scary, and the texture of the skin, the rubbery skin, is almost realistic.
And you know how I always say, like, let's try to always put a good spin and a positive take to things. Here's Janet. Janet nailed it right here. STD free. Look at that.
Good point, Janet. Good point.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good job
that's
on that
true.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Rube, what's up, man? You got a lot of things over there on that mind. What's going
I
on, man?
mean, I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. It's just a sad generation. Is you listen, man. It all, I don't know. We could all say it comes down to parenting, right? But like you said, kids get a little older and they start to get more, you know, uh, thoughtful on certain things. But I just think it all goes back to common sense, guys. And bottom line is, this world is a lot. It's beautiful. You got beautiful ladies out there, beautiful females, young kids. You need to focus on the right thing. You're gonna like girls, I get that. But when you got to go to animatronics and order fake dolls and shit, I think mentally there's really something wrong with you. I think your self-esteem is crazy low, and
But
I just think
yeah,
it's a sad situation.
but can you honestly say that about a young, like, again, think about a 13-year-old boy that's coming
Mhm.
up and just never had sex before, and now you have these dolls that are almost freaking real, and they're able to have that same, again, think about our first experiences with a woman, right? Like, you are able to have that kind of experience with a fucking AI. Like, what, what can that possibly, like, imagine they, like, I might have fucked around and fell in love with AI. Like like if my mom would have tried to fucking throw away my damn AI, I would, like, I probably would have been crying and everything. Like, I would have been heartbroken, like if it was real. Like, you're
But
gonna have
D,
kids
but
out
D,
there,
let
kids are
me
gonna
ask you
be
a
really
question.
heartbroken. Like, this is my girl right here. You can't do
Let me
that.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, D.
Hmm?
You got virtual baseball. You got all
Yeah,
this VR baseball. That's not like going out there in the bat in the baseball,
Right.
going to a field and playing the game. I don't care what nobody says. So
that's
you
true.
can't count. You can't mix virtual with reality things. I had a kid when I was damn near 13, 14. You couldn't tell me those AI. I was getting busy at 12. You know what I mean? And it was way better than a robot. Now it wasn't the
Word.
right thing to do. But bottom line is, with all these fake ass females buying all these bodies, they still look way better than all these robots out there. Bottom line is,
Yeah.
get out of reality, start enjoying life, and get right to the point, man. There's a lot of sad, easy. Look, everybody's want a shortcut. That whole AI shit, they need to focus on that. There's going to be serious things about AI that people are going to really know about in another year or two. It's going to really
So
wipe out a lot of things. So
I agree. Shout out to Brenda K in the building. What's up, Brenda? Don't forget, people, if you guys are in Florida, November 27th, I'm pretty sure. Got that event going on with George Lamont. It's going to be amazing at level 13. That place is going to be rocking. But listen, with that said, there was another study that came out this week that speaks about the changing trends in relationships, where people are now choosing to just live to be have a single life and have relationships with no commitments.
Mm.
And there's a lot more of that going around in the world now. There people are choosing that lifestyle, that way of living. Um, so you take all these different things into account, and it's one of those things where we say, oh, you know, are we heading in the right direction, or who are we to judge? Like whatever, is that just another phase in time where people are gonna want to choose to live a certain way, and you know maybe go back later on down the road to wanting to be living the whole marriage lifestyle again. Um,
Well, I'll tell you what, D. Let me just say something. Your mother's on the call, D, because I don't see text. I don't see who's on, who's not.
yeah, my
Your
mom's,
mother's on it?
yeah, she's on.
Okay. Hi, Mama. Let me just say something. They don't make women's and like your mother and your pops anymore. That type of dedication is just ain't built like this. From being true parents to your grandmother to your mother to it's just kids. People got one kid, they want to give them up. My mom's had 10, people had 12, and they just built different.
Mhm.
Today's society is all about instant gratification, trying to
Yeah,
get quick rich. All
yeah,
these YouTube and people trying to real estate this, do that. Man, shut your ass up. You need to just enjoy life. Whatever makes you happy, run with it. Because whatever you got, you can't take it any damn way. So trust me when I tell you, if you want to be single and that makes you the most happy person, no judgment. Be single, but there's nothing like having a partner. And ask your mother and the father because they've been together
yeah.
for years. There's nothing like having a partner to be able to have a beautiful family. Look at your ugly ass. You here, dumb, right? So you know what I mean? Because of them, there's nothing like it. You can't having a beautiful partner, a beautiful family. It's the best thing in the world. Money come and go, people come and go, but those 4 or 5 people at the end of the day, your fam, that's where you want to take your last heartbeat. Anything else don't matter.
Mhm.
That's real talk.
True that. True that.
Real talk.
And not for nothing. I mean, that's all well and good, but getting back to what Ruben was saying, that instant gratification, we live in a society where we've been dumbed down with technology, where we spend solitary time on our phones and looking into a screen and not even having conversations with people. As it pertains to having a relationship, that might be all well and good. You might want to be single because maybe you had your heart broke. You was in a bad relationship. Your wife took the kids and took you to the cleaners in court, and you don't want to be bothered with women no more. Push comes to shove, you might not have a living commitment, but if you're gonna be out there dipping and dabbing, there's a commitment somewhere along the line because you're gonna have to give up some part of yourself to get what you want. And that's good while you're young, but when you get old and you feeble, you don't want to be by yourself. You're gonna need somebody there to help you out. Even
Mhm.
if it's not somebody to advocate for your ass if you're laying up in the hospital and can't do nothing. Who's gonna advocate for you? You need to have somebody. So that single solitary train of life, I mean that's good for those that work it works for, but in the long run, I don't see it being viable. I really don't. I truly don't.
I was trying to see. I saw Melissa put up a comment that said about the what the impact on society all this can end up having with the um with the sex tech and what we're now speaking about, but I can't find it. But listen, I don't know. I I don't think you can really give a fair answer to that, because at the end of the day, if you want to sit here and argue and say, oh, we should go the traditional way and be married and this and that and the third, well, damn near more than half of the marriages fail. So I mean, you can't come to me and tell me that's the right way, because I can make that argument to you. So, I think everyone is different, and I don't think you can put anybody in one category. I think everyone
True,
has
true,
has to kind of find what works for them. What makes them feel at peace, what makes them feel like this is for me. And I think that's just what it at the end of the day is. So but to each his own.
yeah, true that, true that, true that, true
Random
that.
questions.
Questions. Random questions. Random question is, who should control the thermostat in a relationship? The cold person or the hot person? Charlie, I'll start with you.
I know.
Let's go, Charlie. Be careful, because I know Brenda there.
Brenda controls it, man. She puts it. She freezes me out. You know,
Are you guys different with that? Are one of you hot, one of you cold?
she's always hot and cold, man. So I ain't let her control it. One minute I have the covers on, the other minute I don't have the covers on. I deal with it.
No, listen, Charlie. We can't be taking these answers that just to be on the safe side. Who's supposed to control it?
Hey, Charlie, don't let him bring you in on that, Charlie. Don't stay safe, Charlie.
I would love
Yo,
to
don't
control
steal
it,
base, Charlie. Stay on base. Stay on base.
I would love to control it, but I gotta cater to my honey, man.
Okay. All right. Well, relationship aside, just.
Oh, if relationship aside, then yeah, me shit.
No. I'm just saying, the hot person or the cold person, who you think should be in control of the thermostat?
Cold person.
Well, what's the definition? Hold on. Well, what's the definition of the hot and cold? Like
The
where
person who's
we
always
balance?
hot, like the person who's always hot, or the person who's always cold.
Oh, okay, so give me an example when you say hot and cold. Are we saying hot because they're making more money? Cold because they balance
No,
out? Hot because they're angry, ready to fight the world? Cold because they're quiet, sit back? Nigga,
no, we
elaborate.
laying in the bed, and you hot as hell when it's cold in the room, or you cold as hell and it's hot as hell in the room. So, who should control the thermostat?
Well, if it's cold, you can always get warm up, man. You know what I mean? So,
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You can always
throw
warm
a
up.
cover on, throw a hoodie on, throw something on.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like if you're hot, you can't do nothing about that. So I think the person that's cold should be able to control the thermostat, because I like
Well,
it
let's
cold.
ask you that
I don't like
question.
it
Let's
hot.
ask you and Cynthia that question. Maybe, how you tell us. You know
Well,
what I mean? I want to know who's hot,
she
who's
likes
cold.
it more hot. I like it cold. I like
Me
it more
too.
cold.
Me
So
too.
I think I should control the thermostat, because at least, like we said, if you're cold, you can go under the blankets. You can put a little layer of clothing. Once you're hot, you're hot. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that
you-
the person. So just for the record, I think anybody in the chat, the partner that's cold should control the thermostat.
I can't sleep when I'm hot, man. I can't.
I
sleep.
can't
Me
either.
neither. I can't neither.
That
I
is so
can't either.
uncomfortable, man.
So
So
what
uncomfortable.
I do, I let my wife control the thermostat because she's always cold. So like I agree with Charlie on that matter. But at night when it comes time to get to bed, if the heat is on, I'm like, yo, crack a window, because I got to get some fresh air in there so I can breathe. Because if I'm in that heat, I'm waking up like this.
Oh,
I need,
And if you open up that window, it's never going to reach that thermostat point. That shit going to keep running, and your light bill going to be high.
hey, you got a point there, but that's the price I got to pay, man. I got,
know.
you know what I mean? Yeah, so
I know.
See,
but like Charlie said, happy wife, happy life. Hey, whatever.
Denise
Listen,
said if her husband touch it,
that's
he getting punched in the throat.
Oh, she's a throat puncher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, tell her, you know why you punch a person in the throat? They can't talk back, and all they can do is this.
I'm sorry, Mom. She says she freezes at my place.
damn, nigga.
Nah, man. It's got it needs to be cold. It has to be cold. Like, who doesn't want to be cold? So another good situation I would say that I read about is that, which is great for people in our age range. They did studies and they found that there are shifts being found in sexual satisfaction with improved or unchanged orgasms in the older generation now. And that's pretty dope. So, where, women tend to maybe dry up a little bit the older they get, and maybe aren't able to have the orgasms they used to have, and maybe guys can't, really have that erection they used to have. Well, that's now becoming a little more thing of the past. It's starting to become a little easier now to still feel like you're 21. So
With all these devices and shit they're making now, and pills and stuff. I mean, you see it out there, B. You see it out there. It's just because I don't think it's happening naturally. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I'm
I
still high.
didn't read into it that deep, but you might be right.
I'm an advocate, man. So whatever keeps it going, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same
Word,
here.
I'm
word,
not trying to
right.
give it up.
Listen,
Yep,
you're
yep.
right about that. But listen, you're right about that, Charlie. I ain't mad at you. I hear you, but you gotta, you're gonna, at this when you really feel like things are turning. I mean, I guess you're gonna try new things to keep up. But thank
Yeah,
God, right now, I don't think that's a question. So
I ain't ready. I ain't ready to
My,
die yet, man.
yeah,
Right, right.
my cousin on the building. What's up, cuz? He said if it's not your home and you don't pay the bills, you control nothing. That's
you
wrong.
know, he's right, man.
He's
But
right, but
shit, that's like the
that's
opposite, man.
wrong.
God damn. I'm ready to take out the batteries off the nest and just take that, because the batteries ain't working. They ain't that shit gonna be it was gonna be freezing. But no, he's absolutely right about that. So
uh,
The only bad thing is that breakfast in the morning might not be there if you
true.
decide,
True that.
You ain't
yeah,
you ain't lying.
Charlie,
you know what I'm saying?
good point.
I got one more thing I want us to get into before we start to get into the art of not giving a fuck. Um, and that's uh this right here. And I want to see what everybody's opinion is on this. If a man pays child support and later finds out that the child is not his, should the woman have to pay it back?
Mm.
Hell yeah.
Touchy subject. Touchy subject.
You know,
Touchy subject.
when I say,
Mm.
hey, Ruby, come here for a minute, mama. Come
Go
over
ahead,
here.
go ahead,
Come here.
Ru. Start with you.
Come over here. Just come here. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. I want to show you something. Come here. I want you to say hi to my friends. Right?
Hi,
So come here,
mama.
mama. Come here. You can't say, come here. Say hi, right?
Hi,
So let's,
mama.
Hello. Hello.
D, let's say if I find out she wasn't mine, right? I'm gonna still be here because I think a dad goes way beyond just a child being yours. But yo,
Absolutely.
for her ass over there, I want all my bread back, all my money back. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna keep her. She's gonna be mine forever. But that anger of doing that, oh my god! Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy you a basketball with that money. All the child support money I get back. Okay? Yeah, princess. That's a,
Me
that's a,
too.
that's a no, all kidding aside, what I'm saying is when you raise a child up, regardless if they're not yours, and you tied to that kid, I think
Yeah.
think, I think I'm gonna stay around. I'm gonna raise that daughter, that son, because it's just,
Yeah.
it's a love.
You
You
can't change.
can't just remove it because, oh, that child is mine. Now, what's gonna change is if I have a child support obligation. Now that doesn't have to happen, but I will still continue to support mine. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, man, if that girl wasn't mine, I'm here for her all day, every day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably take her away from you. You know what I mean? Because that's just the love I have. But
That's of course,
it's
but we talking about the
the
payments.
money, right? The
That's
Mm.
payment.
Yeah.
Now that has to stop, D. That has to.
okay.
I mean, would you want? I mean, me, I don't know. It depends. I mean, she's 7 years old. I'll probably pay, let's say, $500 a month, whatever. That's 7,000 a year. Times seven, that's 49 G's. You know what I mean? So you got to say to yourself, either I would like my funds back, or maybe back and put into an account where she can touch it at the age of 18. But I would definitely want some type of money back, and I want to sue the courts too, because the
Oh yeah.
truth is, if I ain't take a DNA test and I sign a birth certificate, and you made me that, there's a case. There got to be a case there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
And I definitely want interest back too, man. I want interest
Yeah.
on it.
Definitely.
sure.
Definitely. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, that's the way it would fall. But here,
And I want her
that
license to be suspended for 2 years too. I want
There you
her
go.
license to be
There you
suspended for
go.
word,
2 years.
word, word. Her license and passport. But
A little
you
jail
know.
time on her. A little jail time. A little jail time.
but if you go into it like Ruben was saying, you're in a relationship with a chick and she comes up pregnant and says the child is yours. Now you're vested in the emotional aspect of it. So naturally, any real man's going to want to take care of that child. And for the most part, depending upon the relationship, a lot of us are not going to go into it saying, "Well, oh, I need a paternity test." Not unless you have reason to believe because you was doing something, she was doing something. But if it's in a committed relationship, now get this: if it's in a committed relationship and it's the two of y'all, she come up pregnant and you take responsibility for that, and then somehow she takes you to court and demands payment. Then you find out afterwards. The question is, do you want that money back? Yeah, but at what cost? Then your relationship with that child is splintered. You know, the child is going to suffer either way, But I'm a firm believer if some woman duped you and got you paying, heck yeah, she should pay it back. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they taking our license, they taking your passport, they taking everything. You know what I mean? And what are you doing? You're out here struggling.
I think the relief of a child support case ending is just a deep breath. I've been there, right? So
Oh,
when
same
that
here,
case
brother.
is
Same
closed,
here.
you're gonna be happy at all case like yes, because you know they
Mm,
really kill you. They really kill you. But I think you know the relationship with the child is always going to be there, and I think that realistically, I think if you can have some type of repay back to be sent to her account for her college or something like that, kind of a
yeah.
2091 exchange account, that'll be good enough for me. But I'm not fighting for that. I'm relief is over, and let me go
Yeah.
back and take care of my family and my due diligence. You know what I mean? So
Well, you know,
it is
it's over at the age of 18, but if they go to college, you're still
correct. 21,
responsible. Right.
correct. And
Exactly.
you know what? At the end of the day,
And insurance up until they're 25. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes. And at the end of the day, every child gets older. When the truth is shed the light, trust me, that child could rebel and have this thing. I mean, my son is 30 years old, so I had him when I was 13, when I'm 14. I paid child support the minute he was born. I had a McDonald's job. It just hit me. I'm like, damn, I'm still with you, nigga. Like, what the, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
took me to child support. And bottom line, she didn't use the funds properly. She got over 350,000 throughout my whole by the time he's 19, 21, and she stopped my child support case because they hit some $1 million lawsuit shit. But bottom line is that my son looked back and be like, damn, you got a lot of money and you wasn't even buying me sneakers. So do your thing as a father. Let it happen. At the end of the day, be there for your child and it's all
Yeah.
gonna come out. So
Ruben,
Right.
I gotta get back to that. You had your kid at 13, man.
yeah,
God damn.
Tyson.
yeah.
I told
And
you he was
yo,
one of the
Charlie,
guys that needed the AI toy. If they had the
Yo,
AI toy back then, he wouldn't have had that problem.
yo, Charlie, yo,
they had
Charlie,
to put him in a
and,
bubble,
and
man.
And yo, Dominic's mom, who's on the call, she was watching my son. He was a baby while me and Dom was playing big ass tournament. You know, that's the day I kissed her, right? It was my birthday. I kissed her. She wanted to kill me. You know what I mean? So yeah, Charlie, and yeah, man. But listen. Sometimes a kid is put in life to straighten you out, to get you
Yeah.
right, and then you want to step up. And that listen, having a kid at that young age made me who I am today. You got to step your game up, do the right thing, and yeah, Jennifer, I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm I wouldn't change it because I think if it wasn't for my son, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. 100%. So
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's definitely a life changer. It makes you
yeah,
man up. It makes you man
Mhm.
up, whether
yeah,
it's yours or not. And because once again, it goes back
absolutely.
to what it's going to affect the child. The way your actions and that mother's reactions, it's gonna affect that child. So it's in your best interest to try to be the bigger person and do the right thing, even if it's gonna cost you. Because in the long run, that child's gonna get older and look back and be like, "Oh man, he might not have been my dad, but he was a dad to me. He was a good person. You know what I'm saying? He took care of me. He bought me my first bike. He bought me my sneakers, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way you gotta look at it in a lot of respects because you're responsible for affecting another person's life. So
That's the truth.
Random questions.
Random questions. If an animal could talk, which animal would be the rudest?
Yo, it had to be that monkey in the jail, that in the zoo, or that gorilla in the zoo who be throwing shit at people because he constantly people messing with him and whatnot. Yo, he'd be like, yo, if I get out this cage, I'm not even gonna shit on you. I'm a you up. You wait.
I think
Damn.
I think it would be a bird because the birds just be flying around just talking shit, shitting on people like,
Shitting on people, right? Right?
"Hey,
Right?
you asshole, take this, oh, asshole, give me some bread." Uh,
That's a real good question, though, dude.
Yeah, that is a real good random question. Yeah.
let's see. I'll give you some guys some time to think while we
I,
get
I
to
would think I would think the hyena. I'm annoyed when I see them just in
a
their own
hyena.
world, man.
They look like they
The
look
whole
like
world
they'll
they're
just be
fucking
talking
annoying.
shit.
Yeah, right.
Hyenas definitely look like they would just be talking shit nonstop.
Heck yeah. And look, and not only talking shit, but laughing at you. Look at that
Yeah,
stupid
in their own world.
A
Shit.
Chihuahua. She said. Paul said a Chihuahua.
motherfucker.
You
They
know
Oh,
what?
true.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua got a lot of heart, so I ain't gonna lie. They be this small, talking,
Yeah.
barking, talking shit to you, ready to chase your ass out of the apartment. So I
Hey,
don't
look,
know.
look.
You know.
At my job being a letter carrier, I got chased by chihuahuas quite a bit, man. And let me tell you, you think you gonna stand up to them the way they come at you? I'm out.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know about I don't know about that one, but I don't know if you guys are up to date on what goes on in the UFO world, but yeah, I know I'm a big on the UFO stuff. And they just had the second UFO congressional hearing this
Yeah.
past week.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know about that, I did an episode on UFOs and I kind of broke down like the beginning stories of everything that was going on in the UFO world. So it was something that I wanted to touch on at a later date. But I did want to just kind of touch on that real quick in the fact that if you guys, go on YouTube or whatever and just look up UFO congressional hearings, the things that came out about that, which was on record on congressional hearing on congressional record, that our government has recovered UFO flying saucers, whatever you want to call them,
I feel
that
that.
they have collected biologics of they I don't want
Aliens.
to call them aliens, or they can, I mean, you say aliens, but they could be of
Other
anything,
other life forms.
yeah, other
Other
life
life
forms.
forms.
Mhm.
Yeah.
um and the fact is that our government, we do have specific um areas of our government that are just created just for the sole purpose of looking into the whole UFO UAP situation that's going on. So it's a lot of stuff coming out. It's they're drizzling it little by little to everybody because it's something I think they want to be careful with. They don't want to overwhelm everybody, but it's pretty dope. The more you start to kind of um listen to it and understand what's going on in a deeper sense, where I mean they don't even speak on it now, where there's a continuation going of where they're saying it's not what we always have spoken about in the past of aliens coming from another planet, blah blah blah. Now it's more of a interdimensional, where they're here with us, but they're in a different frequency, somewhere where we can't kind of can't see them, whatever the case is. They're in our waters, um, and there's just so much to this that goes beyond anything that we can truly understand right now. And it's just dope. So it's something that if you guys need something to look into and something to start learning about, and just want to get a hobby of to open your mind up a little bit, start looking into this. Again, this is the UFOs congressional hearings. You'll see these retired generals and admirals, and these are government officials that have worked in our government, that are now on the record speaking to Congress and everyone else of all these different situations that have happened. So pretty cool, pretty cool stuff. We probably definitely have a bunch of aliens in here in the chat. Um
Yeah.
and it's pretty
I don't
cool.
know, some of the people you run into on your daily journey, man. You look at the stuff that people do, and what's going on. You be like, what the hell? You be thinking like, what the hell is that person thinking? Could be some alien person. You just never know.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And like Ann said, the tech that they're trying to reverse engineer, and that's another thing. That's one of the big things that I believe there is why they're not they're hiding a lot of it, because there's this so-called battle within a lot of countries of all the countries trying to reverse engineer the material that they've recouped from the crash sources and stuff like that, and they're trying to see who can create weapons and everything else first. So there's a lot of hidden secrecy behind all that. So pretty cool stuff. But it is what it is. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's I just saw someone ask where can we find this. If you just go on YouTube and type in UFO congressional hearings, you'll
Yeah.
see everything just pop up on here. Um, and it's like I said, it's dope. So moving on now, as we get into the art of not giving a fuck, and it's so important to have this energy, people. I can't stress it enough. And I just want to go through because these were the 10 um 10 things that I have wrote down that I had in my notes from when we did the episode of the art of not giving a fuck that kind of was the process to create the proper energy of that kind of art. And just want to go through that, and then we'll have that discussion and get into it. So number one was accept you can't care about everything. Number two was define your values because these guide your decisions. Number three was choose your struggles and choose the struggles in life that you enjoy. Number four was embrace discomfort. Number five was stop seeking approval. Number six was learn to let go, accept what you can't control. Number seven, understand that failure is inevitable. Number eight is take responsibility. Number nine is focus on what you can control. And number 10, accept mortality. Make the most of your time while you're living. So, with that said, again, I'll go over them with everybody again. But that was the basis of what we spoke about on the first episode, and that was kind of what I felt, or from what I studied and what I felt um, was the values that you needed in getting to that right energy of not giving a fuck. Because again, people, you'll hear, right? How many times have we heard people say, "I don't give a fuck. I don't give a," but they're saying it in the most negative way possible. It's not a healthy "I don't give a fuck," right? It's so there's a whole different understanding of that, and when you're comfortable, when number one, your values, and I think that's probably the most important part, because if you know within yourself you have the right values of life, you have the right things that you're trying to do within yourself, the way you're trying to take care of others. When you're comfortable in that space, then you truly don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks, what anyone else says, because you know you're doing the right thing. So I don't seek approval from nobody. I don't need this person to say this or that person to say that. I don't care if you say this or you say that. I'm good where I'm at. But again, it's obviously easier said than done. So I'll let you if we'll start off, I'll let you start up on that. Um, and what do you feel for your art as Arthur Burwell?
Well, I look at it like this. Life takes you down to different paths and journeys that lead to decisions that either you're going to accept the way things are going and stay where you're at, or you're going to adopt a mindset of adjusting how you think, how you feel, how you react. And like you said, you don't need people to validate who you are, or you don't need approval from people. Although in certain relationships, you know, you look for that approval, say like from your intimate family members and whatnot. You want to make sure that you're providing for your family, and you see that they really appreciate what you're doing in that regard. But as far as the outside world, you don't need nobody to validate who you are. If you truly believe in yourself and you know you're doing the right thing for all everybody around you, then it's why would you care? Why would you need to give a hoot about what other people think? Because they're gonna think what they want anyway, whether you do good or bad. You know what I mean? But if you ever notice, anybody that's doing good or better than you ain't got time to criticize or look down on you. It's only those that are doing less than you. You know, and a lot of it comes with age, because you as we grow, we mature more, and you get to a certain age where you just like, the hell with it. Why do I care? Why should I care? It ain't changing me not one way or the other. So It's a healthy way of being. Sometimes you just have to say, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I 100%, 100%. So, Charlie, when I say like number two, it says define your values because these guide your decisions. Um, and I know for you, like one of the key for me from when we first met, is one of the things that I've loved about you was your values of the way you carry yourself, the way you treat people, the way you deal with the everyday, your hustle, the way you work to make sure your woman is constantly on this level, and you're working to make sure that you're putting her on that level to the best of your ability. And there's just so many things that you have done that to me it's like you 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 epitomize a man that other guys can look up to and look at you and say, hey, this 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 dude is about his business. And that's why I think, when I see you, you do exude that kind of energy of you don't give a fuck because you walk in your own shoes. You're not trying to fit in nobody else's. And that's something like, is that something that you kind of dealt with, like created through time, where you just kind of became more comfortable in who you were over the years? Was it something you struggled with, or was that something you always had?
I just think you got to know your worth, man. You got to know your worth. You got to know what you bring to the table, and you got to always look forward and try to bring yourself to a bit, a different level all the time. You know what I mean? I just I don't want to be at the same place I was 20 years ago, 15 years. I just want to keep elevating it, just keep elevating. That's my thing. And I want to meet new people, and I want to elevate myself to that level and that level. And that's just basically just moving forward, man, and doing what's best for you. And you know, like you said, if I usually walk into a building, I kind of give respect, but I also demand that respect back. So and I'm good with you as long as you're good with me. If you're not, then okay, it is what it is.
Yep.
But and when it comes to my lady, yeah, I want to elevate her to, I want her to shine all the time. So I'm always looking to improve, looking for better ways to just make her shine. That's it. And we shine together. So, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, definitely do.
that's it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I answered the question, if I went left or
Yeah,
right.
no, you're spot on, spot on. Denise said, definitely a learned behavior. I refuse to repeat that cycle. It stops with me. I made that promise to my kids and myself. And that's what it's all about. Melissa, the philosophy of I'm not for everyone and that's okay is key. Focus on your tribe. And that is super duper important. I think a lot of people don't I think a lot of people are not comfortable with the I'm not for everyone. um I think some people can say that, but I don't think a lot of people are okay with that. And I think that's the issue. If if you're watching this and listening to this right now, um if you're one of those people that you have an issue when people aren't okay with you. And it's not to say that it doesn't have to necessarily be that they don't like you or whatever. You see sometimes when people kind of shy away from you or whatever the case might be. If you start to look and you start to say to yourself, trying to figure out why someone doesn't want to be around you, or why someone doesn't want to call you, or why someone doesn't want to pick up the phone, then that's a you problem.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and, and you have to just kind of say it's okay. Like, don't make that person have to become the bad guy or bad girl because they're choosing to say that you're not for them. That's okay. Like, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. You know, in the past, I used to have my ego kind of probably get the best of me when it came to that, because I think I used to feel like, all right, well, if somebody's not cool with me or don't want to hang with me, they must have some issues. They must have some problems because I'm a cool cat. Like, and that was it took me some time to understand that that's no, that was my ego. That's my ego feeling the type of way of somebody not taking to me the way I felt they should take to me. Like so that was all me. And now it's just more of a like, "No, that's cool. No, listen, you ain't gotta return my phone call. We ain't gotta be cool like that. When I see you, it's still gonna be the same love. I'm still gonna give you a pound. I'm still gonna say, what's up? How's the family? How's this? How's that? Because it's all good. We don't, everyone is not for everyone. So that was a great point, Melissa. Because like you look at Ruben ugly ass face up there, right? Not many people like Ruben. You know what I mean?
Just
But
he needs 30 seconds for me, boy. I tell you, boy. He needs 30 seconds for me. But go ahead, finish it off, nigga.
nah, nah,
Go
that,
ahead.
I take it to now, Ruben. Like all jokes aside, I mean, for everybody that's in here that's never met Ruben before, and I again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. This has been my brother since we was a kid. My brother that I'm so super proud of, more proud of than any of my people in life because this man right here, had a life that was difficult. He didn't have nothing given to him in his life. He worked his ass off and created a life for him that is beyond imagination. I mean, Charlie can vouch. He went to his house. He's seen what he was there. I mean, if Sal's on the chat, Sal's been there. Even Sal is 70 years old. And Sal said he felt like a damn kid walking into his
Yeah, yeah.
house. It's and that was all created by him. He did the work. He put everything, and he had a million reasons to tell the world I wasn't going to be successful because all the cards were stacked against me. He had every reason in the world to give excuses to fail in life, but he didn't. Worked his ass off and became such an amazing success story. And I'm so proud of you. And that's why, I always gotta continuously say that because you deserve it, my brother. And you're here with me. We crack jokes all the time, but I'm seriously proud of you, my brother. And I love you. And the floor is yours. Tell everybody about, the way you used to come to the park smelly, dirty as shit, but you made
He's
it.
he's right, guys. He's right. I used to live in the projects. By the time I take a shower, all the cold water was gone and shit. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to basement park." Smelling. But to D's point, look, I've known D since I was a little kid, man. Man, you're talking 9, 8, 9 years old, right? Be around there.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Their family was my family. And I had mom do. She tried her best. No father, no nothing. A lot of us can relate to that, right? But what saved my life is a baseball in the bat. At the end of the day, to be able to go to Latin Souls, Canarsie, baseball in the bat, had to finish school because of baseball in the bat to play. So that saved my life. I think it comes down to you knowing that you got one life in this world. What do
Yep,
you want
yep.
to do?
Rube, I got
Mhm.
to cut you off 1 second because I do need to
Sure,
get something very clear. Because my
sure.
cousin, my cousin just asked a question and he wants to know. He said, "You sure Ruben is not your dad? You was 13 laying it down." So I want to be clear. I want to make sure
Well,
you're not.
let me answer that then.
I just want to
Shit, I
be
might as
sure.
well be honest. It took a long time for me to be honest. Mama, I love you, but fuck it, I'm your dad. Nigga, look at that. Yeah, no, no. But all kidding aside, fellas, it was just,
Listen,
you know, when, yeah.
okay, the drink right now.
I would say this, folks. Looking back at it all, I really don't know how it all made it happen, other than doing the right thing every day, right? Working hard and knowing that I didn't want to repeat how I came up, with the struggles and the projects. And I just didn't, I rather, as long as I was successful, I had my freedom. That was priceless for me. Growing up with a lot of people that we loved, getting locked up, getting killed, that D. I mean, I was scared to go to jail. I was scared to, I didn't want to sell drugs. I'd rather be a messenger, McDonald's. I did all that. But it's when you have a child, for me at least, that's when I had to step my game up to say, okay, I gotta finish school, I gotta get my degree, I gotta get a job. And when you surround yourself with successful people, when you're not the smartest one in the room, you start to see how everybody move. And my biggest break is when I got 12 degrees in computers, folks. But when I got my first one, being around successful, wealthy people. I wanted to how they live like this, why we can't do it, how they have houses here, beautiful, their kids raise them. So I said I'm gonna, work hard, save all the money I can, put all the materialistic to the side, built my credit, and then I got into real estate. Then I got into the market. I just took chances. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never elevate yourself to the next level. It's okay to stay complacent and be fine with the 9 to 5. If you're happy, you're happy. But if you want to elevate and take yourself to the next level,
Sure.
you have to take good, positive chances. Risk equals rewards. And when you do that, I'm telling you, people, you're gonna elevate. And then I got to a certain level where it was just it got out of control financially for me for the real estate part of it. But then what really stopped me was having a child. When you're a father, when you're a true father and a parent, you're not gonna chase the money no more. You're gonna chase the happiness, and you're gonna chase just being around your family and raising your family. And that's why we coordinated again. I want to be a part of this, but now for me, it's all about giving back. Now for me, it's all about helping out. I went to see you and Sin perform this week in Atlantic City, right? I was tired, brother, and I know your man, that TK, his mom passed away and all that, right? Remember? And you asked me a role, see if you could put a smile on his face. You think I was gonna turn that down, knowing I could go there and do magic in the casino to just turn him upside down? And I did that. Why? Because it's about other people. Help other people, and they will come back. Don't worry about what you got. Don't worry about competing. Be happy. Be a parent. Be a man. Be a family. And I promise you, you'll be the richest person at heart. Money comes and goes. Situation comes and goes. Give more than you receive, and it will happen. And everything I own, D, you've been around me, is to cater to other people so they could enjoy it more than me. Because I did it. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm not competing no more. So
And there's no doubt now with the void that they have in the world now, like you're taking over for Diddy now. Like you're gonna
yeah,
be you're
sure.
the new Diddy now, hands down.
Yeah. I
Like
am. I am. But this time, I am the new Diddy, and I'm just trying to give Baby Oil for free now. Baby Oil for free. You know what I mean? It ain't shit, nigga. You see, that's why that he gives me a little props, and then he takes that shit away, and then he messed up. You know what I mean?
pull the rug right
You
from
heard
under your
Charlie?
feet, right?
Charlie, you heard?
That's
I
what's
mean,
friend the foe, man.
it's all good.
Keep you
It's
in
all
check.
good.
Keep you in check.
No, but all kidding aside, one more thing, D, before I turn over. The more real stories, guys. Find what makes you happy, everyone. Everyone here, guys, all you guys are beautiful people. We all struggle. We all came up. We all got stories to tell. Find what makes you happy and enjoy every day. Because this shit is gonna be, we remember we was 13. We're 46 now. Soon gonna be, if you even get to make it, 70, and then it's a wrap.
That's right.
Find what you can do, help others, and enjoy your life.
Enjoy your
Enjoy
life.
your life.
Most
yeah,
important.
Enjoy whatever makes you happy, D, right? Whatever makes you happy.
yeah, whatever
But be
makes you
humble. Be humble and be respectful and
always.
be a parent, nigga. Be a parent. You got kids, step your game up, my nigga. Like, real talk. I'm big on that now. Don't tell me that I can't respect nobody who can't love what they helped had created what God blesses you. I can't. So if you got a kid, you got a family, you walked out and you ain't a parent, ain't got shit to say to you. I don't respect that.
No.
You know what I mean? Your kids ain't gonna remember you ain't got money. They'll remember you by their side every day,
Right.
tucking them
Sure.
in. So
Mhm.
real talk.
Listen, the four, like, obviously the people haven't seen this, but like the four of us, we've been on conversations already multiple times, and you can see how like our energies click together right away. And it was just, because we're four humble dudes that just kind of just live. We never have that energy of we're better than anybody or that we deserve more than anyone. We love just to live life however it comes to us. And I think that's where once, coming together when we were going to do this, I said this is going to be a dope vibe. Like I knew it right off the back. And I said, if you guys were down to do this, I said this is gonna be special, hands down, without a doubt. And doing this first one, I'm looking forward to where we're gonna go with it because we have a lot to oh damn. um we got so for
This nigga
everyone
got
Los,
yeah.
Los, there he is. I told you he was
Yo,
coming through. I
so,
told you he was coming through.
so
I'm
What up,
telling you,
Los?
boy.
I gotta let everybody know
Why you
Los
can't put his ass on camera right
Los
now?
is a big
Put
Yo,
him on
part.
Los,
TV,
where
D.
you
He's a
at,
big
man?
part of apartment 3A. For those of you that don't know, apartment 3A was Los's apartment in Van Dyke Projects, Brownsville, Brooklyn. And his mom was a mom to all of us. She passed away about a year ago. And she in her home was the home that represented just straight beautiful energy where with no judgment. That's where we crack jokes from wake up to go to sleep. And sometimes there was no go to sleep. We would fucking be up 48 hours. We would just be there. And I mean, she created such a judgment-free zone that we can all go to. I mean, you're talking about 2, 3 in the morning. We're knocking on the door, coming in the house, and she'll make us something to eat, and we're just vibing, having such a good time all together. And putting this show together was that's where the apartment 3A came into effect because it was just like that was the energy that I felt like I wanted to bring out. It was like in memory of her. This was for her. So, you're gonna see Los here a lot because there
Yes.
is a lot of jokes that we all tend to have with each other. And so you're gonna see him always in here, and we're gonna get him on the show here and there when he's available. We were gonna have him on here, but he's a busy man, so he's not able to be able to come on all the time. But when he is available, he will be on. He if he's ever available, I mean, he works at Chippendales. For those of you that want to go, you guys could see him if he's off on Tuesdays. He'll come through though. he said Ruben. He said Ruben only got trick cereal because we didn't want to give him the good food.
You know what? That was better than what I had at home. I ain't had shit, so I appreciate your mom, and I love her to death to give you all those tricks. But D, because of her, I hate. I didn't like Easter, and I didn't like nothing that had a rabbit on it because that's all I kept eating is tricks every day. And one, and that's why D, I pour the milk after the cereal because you know what I mean. I got you know. And guys, it wasn't a trick box like you find in the aisle of 32 ounce. It was a shit. There was a packet that you got to rip it up a little bit. It
Yeah.
had that stacked up. So, yeah, but I loved it. It was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and she definitely made sure she showed me a lot of love. So,
I
nothing love for
remember,
that woman.
I remember Rube said, "Yo, all she gave was tricks and frosted flakes." He goes, "But the frosted flakes, it didn't even have a fucking tiger. It had a fucking bird."
Remember that shit? I because Frosted Flakes is navy blue. You know what I mean? Not white with the turkey from Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but that's why I'm pre-diabetic now because of her. She put more sugar and shit. I love her though. I've always loved your mom. Charlie, that shit tastes like Frosted Flakes. After she didn't show me how much sugar she put, and then she was like, "Here, toma mamá, cómelo." I'm like, all right. That
We ain't
shit
got
was the best.
Uh,
And then Charlie, when I drank the milk part, nothing but salt, which is sugar. Like
Sugar,
the whole mountain was the sugar. So
yeah, man.
nothing but love for that lady though. So
Nah,
at least she gave me a shot.
we had
A lot
great
of
memories.
memories.
A lot of memories, man. Amazing
Absolutely.
memories, without a doubt, man. But moving on to again, getting into this energy. Don't want to move too far left. But in I, what if there's anything that you guys feel that was one of your most difficult things to let go of? And again, I'll run through it real quick again between accepting you can't care about everything, and I'll start with that for me. It was hard for me to accept that I couldn't care for everything because I wanted to be a person that can say no. I'm I should care about everyone and everything. Like it's like I wanted to be able to take care of as many people as I can, and not. I always wanted to be like, when they tell you when you come from the hood and they're like, oh, you gotta leave, some of those people alone and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, these are my people from the hood. I'm not leaving them alone just because I'm moving up. I don't gotta leave them behind, and I had that mentality, but that's a young mentality, right? Because you don't realize that what the OGs are telling you is the truth. That no, yeah, you do leave them behind. Like you can't,
Yeah.
you don't hold on to anyone that's not trying to come with you, right? Like if they're not giving you the same energy and pushing the same way you are, you have to come to the realization that you got to leave them behind. And sometimes that's difficult because you have years of memories with a lot of these people, but at the same time, if they're not fucking pedaling the way you are to get to that next block, then you have to let those
Yeah.
people go. And that was a real difficult thing for me to do. Charlie, I see you bobbing your head. You
No,
must have
for
been
sure,
through
man.
the same situation.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta leave some people behind. Some people, you know, they hold you down. That's what happens. They hold you down, and you can't move forward because you're trying to keep up with me, man. You got to run as fast as me, and you gotta. Some people just gotta let them drown by themselves, man. As much as you care about them,
Mhm.
you know, if they
And
don't got the same spirit you have, the same enthusiasm about life and where you want to go, you wish them well. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, they
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
gotta.
this,
I think JJ, I think it was. He said number 5 and 6D on the list.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that again? If you don't mind.
5 and 6 was stop seeking approval, and 6 was learn to let go, accept what you can't control.
Like Charlie said, I think for me, I always wanted to when I was able to taste success, I always wanted people in my family, my friends, my close ones to eat the same way. D, when I got back in your life, Dom, right? When me and you reunited, my first vision was I got so much education on X. I want you to blow up with me. This is what you're gonna do. You know that. That's the first thing I said, man. I ain't see you. No, D, we're gonna eat when you, because everybody that I touch that I know, I feel like they should experience life to the fullest,
Mhm.
right? And I wanted that for my brothers, my sisters, my family, a lot of people that if you look at everybody on the call and even us, I'm sure we know thousands of people we grew up with, from sports to everything. If you look at who's your surrounding now, you could probably count them niggas in the 10 hands. Like, damn,
Right.
my circle. So you talk about number five, and number five relates to you're just not, as you get older, you're just not going to have the same people you thought you will always have coming up. And number six is that, to Charlie's point, you know, it's hard to want to help people that you love so much to achieve what you achieved and take it even further if they don't have the same drive, the same visionary, the same hard work now, play later, because of instant gratification and in the hood, quick little money, buy Jordans, you know what I mean? Short term things. And it really hurts. And then that's where you gotta let go. That's where, and then it makes you look like you're the bad one, like, oh nigga, you made it to the top, now it's fuck everybody. No,
Mhm.
it's not fuck everybody. It's just that you gotta understand, man, it's easy to fail. It is harder to be me. It's hard to sustain what I've achieved. It's easy to fail and to stay home. It is harder to get up every day, get that paper, and make sure that your daughter got food and clothes to go to school. That shit is hard. On today's date, today's world, to
Mhm.
sustain rent, mortgages, and shit like that,
Yeah.
legitimately, you know what I mean? It's hard. So that's where the true respect come from. So letting go was the hardest thing, and now I think I'm to myself. I love my family, but I'll be here for you as much as I can. But I just have to let go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really do.
yeah. Absolutely have to. And shout out to JJ. That's my girl.
Yeah, for
Always,
sure.
always out here trying to help people. She helps us all the time with a lot of things. Anytime I ask her, advice with certain things that we do when it comes to the music, social media, she's always so quick to lend a helping hand to me and everybody. I mean, so she's awesome.
Tastes
But
good.
yeah.
Hey, but
But
real quick, just if I could just chime in, to back up what you guys were saying, man. Everybody come with you, can't go with you.
Yeah.
And because especially getting what you were saying, Ruben, when you make those changes in your life to better yourself, the things you were doing with a certain group of people, you can't continue to do that when you get to that next level. But they can't see that, and then they're like, they keep wanting you to be, you know, on that same level. And if you truly care about them, it's hard to let them go. But when you're trying to help them and better yourself, you become stagnant. And so you have to just say, I care for you. I care enough to not enable you, but I got to go. So everybody come with you, can't go with you. And it don't only always have to be friends. Sometimes it's family members,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? Yeah.
It's amazing because you could do 1,000 things good for people, right? And it's that one or two things where, I need 4Gs for my rent. You're like, how can I like that? That's gonna destroy the relationship, right?
Yeah.
You can
Right.
do everything beautiful, but that one thing they'll remember and they'll just trash you. They'll defriend you on Facebook, Instagram, and then when it's sad, it's really, really sad. So I think the best thing you could do in life for someone is educate them to teach them how to fish. That way,
Yeah.
they have the knowledge and the tool to go out there, fish, and eat,
Exactly.
right? In
Yeah.
whatever field you are. Giving somebody 50,000, 100,000. If you're uneducated, you'll blow your money. Look at
Hey, yo,
Tyson, look at
money,
MC
yeah.
Hammer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But teaching someone how to take $1, turn it to 10, that's the power, right? Learn how to fish, learn your craft. And that's what I try to do now. Now my advice to people is let me show you how to be educated so you can take this to the next level and make money. You know?
And I, I,
So
I want to surround myself around people that I can learn from. I
Yeah.
can't learn anything from you, and you're not offering anything to me that's gonna make any difference in my life. I mean, I want to keep learning. To me, I have so much still to grow. I still want to grow.
Yeah.
I
Right.
haven't lost that drive to not grow.
You should never lose that. You should never
Never.
lose
Right.
that.
I want to surround
And
myself around people that gonna open doors for me or make me look a different way and say, listen, here, do this, do that. But
is that five and and it's funny how she says 5 and 6 because 5 and 6 really do go together because when you
Yeah.
think about the stop seeking approval and then the learning to let go, right? It's the reason most of the time we don't let go is because we do seek the approval of those people, and that becomes the issue, and that's why we don't let go because it's like like we just said, right? It's you'll do this and this for that person, and that one thing you don't do they're mad. Oh, how you changing up? You can't do this. So now we say, all right, look, I'll help out. We find a way to help them out, just because again we want to feel that approval. We don't want to feel that energy of I let you down, and I think that's such a difficult thing for a lot of people to get past. And it was for me. I know when I was younger, because I was always that kind of guy myself. When I was young, I was always the guy. You know, we're in the club. I'm buying the bottles. I'm buying this. I'm getting this. Like that was just the way I always carried myself. I love to do it. I love to just see my people having a good time. But over time, you start to realize, like, all right, not everybody deserves that. Not everybody deserves to have that kind of energy from me. And now there's only the special people that I give that energy to. And I think it's some that you just gotta kind of start to understand, like, fuck out of here. Now I'm on that fuck out of here shit. Like right away, I look at somebody like, man, you better get the fuck from around here. Like that is not happening here. So, I think to each his own.
Random questions.
Some questions. Toilet paper, do you put it over or under?
Under.
Under?
Even the way it goes,
Yeah, how it rolls.
Yeah.
I just throw it in there, man.
Yeah, you don't care?
Over,
Really?
right?
I need
Over, because
I need it over, man.
You're over guy. I'm a under guy. I like
under under annoys the hell out of me, man.
It does.
Yeah, man. I like to be able to just like rip it, like when it's under, I'm like, I feel like a freaking I yank it, the shit just starts fucking rolling all over. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, this
Over, you see? There you
that
go.
random
like
question can
Over.
it
go
looks
so
like
many
a
different
butcher
ways.
over.
It
I
can
got a
go
lot of
so many
overs.
different
You
ways.
got an
Yeah,
under, okay. Over because I'm lefty.
there's
Okay.
definitely a lot of overs.
A lot of overs.
Oh man.
D goes extreme and shit into the details, but yeah, I'll take over. I'll take over for me.
Yeah, I need it over. That annoys me. I'm like, God damn it, man, that bothers the hell out of me.
So D,
So
let me ask you
one,
a question.
yeah,
Let me ask you a question, D. So I think right, and I know you got the whole table of contents out, but I think what would be good in people to know is that one of the things that really made us collaborate too is being different from a podcast perspective, right? Because I see the same shit, same podcast doing the same shit over and over, talking about P Diddy and all these things, and that's all good. I get all that. But we really
really
want people to know that all kidding aside, we really want people to know that if you got issues, man, if you hurting, if etc., reach out, bro. Reach out to people here, man. People care. Listen, I don't know everybody, but if anything happens to anybody, it hurts people. It hurts humans, right? We all gotta go. So you struggling anything? These four niggas on the phone, I'll tell you the resources we got is ridiculous. Okay, it's all who you know now
that's right.
nowadays.
Yeah,
Use people. You struggling in any way, how to bounce back? Maybe just a phone call, conversation can help you bounce back. That's what we for on some real shit want to bring to the table is how can we help people? Because at
absolutely.
the end of the day, if you chilling, you up, you up. That's what's up. But if you down, that's who we really want to help, right? It's the people who need a hand to come up. And I got all the resources in the world, I swear, and I know you guys do too. We talk about it. Help people help. So if you're struggling, you see us for, and shit ain't sweet on the other side, holla. You know what I mean? Holla, and then we see what
True
we
that.
can do to
True.
collective to help people. So
Always,
you
then
know,
that's always, and that's gonna be that's what we do. I mean, that's just what we're meant to do. It's why we all come together, and it's why the four of us are here now to hopefully be able to make some changes.
Yep.
Um,
It's it. Like
Mike
the word
says,
says, man. As you're blessed, you should be blessing other people.
that's
You
right.
know. Yep.
According to health experts, over is the way to go. One key to maintaining a hygienic washroom is minimizing contact between people and surfaces. There it goes. That's where it is right there. Shout out my brother
Me and
DJ
just as long as
Lucho
it
in the
rolls
building.
out, man.
What's up, Luch?
It just comes.
Yeah, because you think about it, right? People, if you got it from the under, and now you going, you wiping your ass, and now you're reaching back under to grab the damn toilet paper. So like you can't even see what's under there. You grab it on top. No, you just grab it on top, boom, pull it off. That's it. There's I don't know. There's a lot of work to that, man. I see why it's definitely better over 100%. You gonna reach underneath and grab a little
take,
dingleberry one time.
take.
uh,
Take a poll, Dom. Ask the viewers, man. What's the poll say? What's the viewers say?
we saw a lot of
How
overs.
many
We
out there
saw
is over? How many out there is under?
we saw a lot
Let's
of
hear it.
over.
it
I
looks
ain't
like
gonna
over.
lie.
Yeah, mostly it was over.
It was mostly over.
It was definitely
All
mostly
right.
over.
Hey, you got to get over the hump somehow. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to know how to get under. You know what I mean? So that's why I prefer wipes. Forget all that. I don't have to worry about it. Just reach in the box, tear a piece of paper, open it, pull it out, it's fresh, flop it, boom, you good.
Lucho said, Charlie. Mhm. Lucho's a good dude. So again, I think also one of the things on here, right, is accepting mortality. Um, accepting mortality is such a huge part of the art of not giving a fuck. Because when you start to get to a space where you're okay and understanding that, like for me personally, I mean, you guys know my spiritual journey that I've been on, and I'm at a space that I'm okay with death. I'm not. I have no fear of death. Like I know I continue on. I know this is just the beginning stages for me. So I'm at a place where I'm a play on this damn ground until I can't play anymore. Like that's my way of moving forward. To all my loved ones that I have with me, I know the day's gonna come. I'm gonna lose some, God willing, if unless I go first. But it's I also know that I'm not gonna be gone. They're not gonna be gone because we're gonna meet up again. Just in some other space. So for me, I use that energy and being able to create everything that I want here in this life. And for me, it just I truly have been able to create anything I want in life. I mean, and I've been able to do that since I was young. Anything that I've wanted to do, I've always done without any fear of consequence. And you know, whether it was legal, illegal, I had no fear going into it. And I think that kind of thought process allowed me to move without any anxiety, any I guess reason why I never got in trouble doing things, because I was always just in a state of mind that everything was going to be okay. And I continued to allow myself to stay in that space and continue to work in that space, because I say to myself, listen, man, time, we all know, goes fast, goes quick. So, I the one thing I'll never forget is when I spoke to, it was a gentleman, and I remember at the time he was about, I think it was 87 years old, and he had told me, he said the one thing that if he can go back is, and if he can go back in time, he told me the one thing he would have done is every and anything that he ever thought about doing. And he said, and that's it, because he was like, I never would have seen myself being an 87-year-old man. And he goes, if I can go back, I would have done every single thing that came to my mind. He goes, don't be the 87-year-old man that is living with regrets of the things you didn't do. And I always, that always stuck with me. And I always said, I'll never, I'll never allow myself to be that guy. And it's why I always preach a lot about, don't worry about where you at in life. I don't care where you at financially. I don't care where you at age. I don't care about any of that. It's never too late. You can create the life that you want to live. You just have to go out there and do it. And
True
um
that.
and that's big for me. Um I'll let you guys touch on that if you guys have anything to say about that.
I'll, I'll say that it all goes back to what you want to get out of. What's your purpose? What's your purpose now? Like, so for me, all I can say is that I'm 46 now, and having a 7-year-old daughter, I just want to spend the rest of my life with my daughter. Every minute I get, raise that girl to be prepared for what she might face in this world. Different times, different circumstances. The odds are crazy now. It's just for humanity in itself. Scary times. So I want to enjoy every minute. I'm not chasing no more money. I'm not chasing no more materialistic things. I'm not chasing no more tremendous growth success. That shit is gonna make me nothing but waste time that I cannot get back. Now, whatever makes sense, whatever you love, folks. Me is happen to be my family, my daughter. Every moment, I want to take her to school. I want to pick her up. I want to read books with her. I just want to spend the rest of my life with my daughter and help kids and help others. That's it, and I'm ready to go. So if I can see her grow up as a young woman, prepare her to the best she can, because no matter how much success or no matter how much you educate them, they're going to make decisions. And all you can do is pray they go back and look at their father, me, and what he instilled in raising her as a young, respectful human being. Be humble. And I like the chances, and believe there's a God, and be humble and be respect people. And that's it. If we all do that collectively, the world will be a better place. But I got to play
Oh,
my
no
part.
doubt.
So there's me and
No
my
doubt.
daughter. That's hands down.
No doubt.
So
No
Without
doubt.
a doubt. That's all. We all got a part to play, man. And and it's crazy because, like, when you think about that, like, that would be my only fear. Like, like my son is 20 now. So, that would be my only fear, leaving this earth, is leaving him alone.
yeah,
But
me
at
too.
least he's 20 now. So, I know he'll be okay eventually, right? Like, at your daughter's age, that would be tough for me. Like that would be a big fear of mine, is leaving and not being able to raise my child. So that part is fear. Which brings me, and this is a little off subject, but I gotta say this. I don't know if anybody watched the Penguin, but if anybody, and I don't want to give it up, but in the season finale of Penguin is off the hook. If y'all ain't watching Penguin, that show is dope. And in the season finale, it almost touches on what we're talking about right now, because it's in regards to, there's just one weakness that he has, which was the one thing that he couldn't deal with, and he had to take care of it. And other than that, there's no fear in life. You go and you live your life the way you want to live it. And it would just made me think about that. So if y'all haven't seen Penguin, y'all gotta watch that. That shit is dope. None of y'all watch that?
No, I haven't seen it. I definitely heard a lot about it. I'm interested in seeing it because it's a whole different twist on it.
Yeah,
on the whole story. Just
Yeah,
like the same way they did with the Joker. It delved deeper into their psychological background and what made them be the people that they are, and their ebbs and flows of life. But I just want to touch base on what you going back on with the being aware of your mortality and as it pertains to your goals and aspirations. And I think I've been of the mindset that every decade I've come into, whether it's my 20s, going into my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, now I'm in my 60s, I'll be 65 next month. I think you should, like Charlie said before, you should never stop wanting to get better, because you constantly would seek knowledge and you learn, and you that's going to make you better. But also you become settled into not giving a fuck, because you have that peace of mind knowing that things are going to work themselves out if you just wait, because nothing lasts forever. This too shall pass. Touching base on what Ruben was saying, being a positive influence on people, not only in your age bracket, but the younger generation. Every second of the day, every person that you encounter, you have one opportunity to put a smile on that person's face and make a positive influence in their life, even if you never see that person again. You know what I mean? And it could just be a gesture of, hey, how you doing? Or, oh, you see a guy with a nice car, yo, nice car. Or, you see somebody smile, hey, nice smile. Or you see a little kid, hey, man, how was school today? Little kid look at you like, oh, it was good. We went on a trip. Oh, things like that. But when it comes to your own mortality and raising kids, I had those fears when my kids were young. Now all my kids are grown. I got a 13-year-old grandson, and I got a two-year-old grandsons, and I worry about that, but not to the point where I did as a parent, because their parents have to worry about that. So now I get to just spoil them and just have fun. I ain't got to be responsible other than feeding them. But it's a beautiful thing. But never stop living, never stop learning, because life should be lived, loved, and learned. And always look to do something positive for somebody. Always look to do something. So when you go to bed at night, you ask yourself one question: what difference did I make in not only my life but somebody else's life? How did I affect somebody else positively? And that's my whole goal.
That's right.
Random questions.
I love this.
Do you wet your toothbrush after or before putting toothpaste on it?
Charlie, what do you say, Charlie?
I wet mine after.
Nah, I wet mine before.
Before
you brush, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Before, no. Do you wet your toothbrush after you put
it.
the toothpaste on it, or before you put the toothpaste on it?
I always wet it. It's funny because I heard a comedian talk about this the other day, and he was talking about you should always wet it. Well, I ain't gonna go into it. Never mind.
Go into it. It's apartment 3A, man.
He said his house, there was always roaches in his house. He made sure he wet his toothbrush, because roaches are dancing around in the house, sitting on the toothbrush or whatever it is. So he always wet it before he put his toothpaste on.
He didn't want no eggs on it.
Yeah,
no droppings there. Yeah, I'm like you. I wet mine before, because I've had them experiences in the past where you grab the toothbrush, put the toothpaste on it, then go wet it, and you wet it after you put the toothpaste on it, and the toothpaste falls off in the sink, and you're like, damn.
Yeah, I do that. See, I wet it. That's why I wet it after, because I put the toothpaste on, then I wet it so the toothpaste could kind of seek in.
Yeah. No, I see, but a wet toothbrush holds the toothpaste intact. Because see, me, I turn the water too fast. See, maybe it's me and my stupidity. I turn the water too fast. I go to wet it. The toothpaste splatters or it falls off the toothbrush, and you're like, damn. So if you wet it first, then put a toothpaste on it, But I don't know.
And then you got to make sure you let the water run a little bit before you wet the toothbrush. So do you just put the water right away into the toothbrush, and now you all that
I turn the water on,
nasty shit that's coming out right away. You put.
Oh no, you gotta let the water run. You gotta let the water run. Yeah, I can't just don't turn it on and just because you mess around. Yeah, gotta let the water run.
I know some of y'all didn't think about that. Some of y'all right now are like, damn, I put my toothbrush right under the water as soon as I turn it on. Man, different shit on there. Oh, shit. But yeah. So one of the most important things in regards to the art of not giving a fuck that most people, I feel like, have a very hard time doing is taking responsibility. And for the life of me, like sometimes you see things, right? You just see people with the way they react to situations. You see, excuses that are given. And for the life of me, and again, I try not to judge. I live my life. I really work so hard trying not to judge nobody. And no, I see the mistakes we all make as human beings, and I say to myself, all right, they did that because of this. They do this because of this. But it's just some things that I'll see, and I'm like, God damn it, just take the fucking responsibility for what you did or for what you said or for what, like, it's not that difficult to say I made a mistake or I forgot this or it's just, some people have such a difficult time with saying they are wrong. They made a mistake. I don't get that. And I try to wrap my brain around that and understand that, because I don't see what is the big deal of showing that you're not a perfect person. Like, I don't get that, but go ahead, Charlie.
It's funny because you're saying that, and I pointed to my honey here.
Pointing to each other.
Point to each other.
He's always right. I'm always right, and So
it's so what do you so what y'all both there? So what do you think is the reason? Well, what becomes difficult about saying I'm wrong when you might know you're wrong?
When I'm wrong, I'm just wrong, man. But it's got to be a definite wrong.
It's got to be a definite wrong.
Might be right.
No possibilities.
Right.
There's always two sides to the story, So this could be right, and yours could be right too. But so I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. It's gotta be a definite wrong,
No, I
very diplomatic. Very diplomatic.
Well, I'll say this, right? And when it comes to, especially with couples, I think when you're talking about taking responsibility in relationships, I think it's just a matter also of allowing a partner to be wrong, allowing a partner to make mistakes, allowing a partner to not be perfect. Because I think when a partner feels like they don't have that capability of being able to just say, look, I fucked up, I'm wrong, then that kind of close and I think especially for men, I would have to say this as a man, right? We'll close up a little bit, where now it's like, all right, I don't want to hear her mouth. So I don't even want to tell her I fucked up on this or that I forgot to do this or whatever the case is, right? So I think that there's so many different levels on that, but I think it's so important to fight through that and just be able to say, look, I fucked up. What else do you want from me? Like, and I say that, like, even when with times with me and Sin, if we get into a little discussion, like, I'll say, hey, I messed up, right? Like, if I forgot something or whatever, I forgot something. Okay, now if you're repeating to me twice or three times that I forgot something, now at that point is where I'm going to bring it to your attention that, okay, why do you feel the need to bring that to my attention two or three times when I already said I messed up? So now that becomes a you problem. Now you're fucking up now. So it's that's where you have to say, okay, listen, allow me to be able to tell you I messed up. None of us are perfect. We aren't perfect. And I think the more you kind of start to go through those patterns and you start to kind of readjust ourselves as partners and you say, okay, I get it. I get it. I think you can take that into your everyday life as well. Cause now when you're in relationship in business relationships with people, or you're doing deals with people and you're like, oh shit, damn, I didn't even see that. I fucked up. I messed up, whether it's on a contract or whether it's, whatever business deal you made up. Damn, I fucked up on that. That's my apologies. I will fix this. Cool. That's it. But if you now trying to make excuses and try to sugarcoat things, you're creating a whole bigger problem now. So go ahead, y'all.
Well, I think, if you do make a mistake and you make a mistake and the partner knows you make a mistake, or whoever, a friend, I don't think they should get on you because of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, get on you and get on you. Well, you did this and you did this. It happened. Let it pass. Like, I'm a person, you make a mistake, I'll bring it to your attention, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be on top of you about it, and constantly remind you about it over and over and over again. That's my thing,
Yeah.
Let's move forward. Let's see what we could do to make it work and make it happen,
Yeah, laughing.
Yeah.
Listen, he just said it right here. It's okay to be wrong, but you cannot bring that up 3 months later and then start adding up the wrongs.
Right.
And I agree. You can't add them up, pile them up. There's just some things. Again, it's like I always say, right? We're every 5 years we're someone totally new, and you're gonna have to get to know who I am in 5 years. I'm not gonna be who I am, who I was when I was 30, 35. I'm not going to be when I'm 50, 55, 60, and so forth. So,
True that.
let's continue to
True.
learn who we are, who we grow to be. And listen, there's some things I could probably put up with now that I'm not going to be able to put up in a few years.
That's right.
So it's if we agree to just continue to learn who we are and adapt to what we do, and and communication, obviously. And I think that's just part of, now you get into that energy of saying, look, I'm good. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, all right. I fucked up. I did this. I did that. Are we good? We're okay. Okay, my bad. I fucked up. I'm sorry. And we move on. But not that easy. I don't know, Rube. You fuck up a lot, so you being real quiet. You're being real quiet on this. Someone that fucks up a lot.
Man, I mean, shit. I think that, it depends on the fuck up, right? Because if it's something that a fuck up can be something that a mistake happened, like you said, with you and Sin, and you apologize. There was nothing that came out of it, in the sense of you can't regain. But when you fuck up on something, let's say, God forbid, you took a life or something like that. There's just certain things you can't come back from. You know what I mean? So it really depends on the fuck up, because when you cause pain, everlasting pain like that, there's nothing you can say that's gonna take that anger and that pain from me. Because even if I take your life, it can't bring back the loss. So it depends on the situation, on the fuck up.
Mhm.
And if it can be resolved and getting it resolved, great, you can learn from it. But if you can constantly repeating the same fuck up and you're constantly doing the same shit, it gets to a point where, okay, one time I can eat that, but you keep doing the same bullshit. Now that's a problem, because now you really don't give a fuck about me, because it's affecting me. One thing not to care about your actions, but when you're doing things to hurt others, that's when you got to kind of break away and be like, you know what? That's where problems become. So look at the mirror, realize the situation, whatever you've done, make it better. Make your situation better so you don't repeat it again. Try your best, and you'll be okay. That's all I can say on that topic.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
for everyone's a little different, right? Because it's it's we live different lives. We grow up different ways. So everyone's not gonna have the same path. We ain't gonna take the same path to get to the same place. You know, everyone's path is gonna be a little bit different, and it's not gonna be as easy as it is maybe for me as it would be for you to get to that space, right? Like some people, it's a little more difficult. You know, if you're someone that, if you're dealing drugs and your family's been dealing drugs, you've been dealing drugs all your life, but yet you want to get away from that. I just started dealing drugs and someone tells me leave it alone. All right, well, I just started dealing the drugs. I can get away from it. I don't want to do that shit. I'm out of there. Someone like you might have been dealing drugs your whole life. Your family been dealing drugs. That's all you know. All right, damn. You might tell your lady, all right, I'm gonna be done in that life, but it might take a little bit. It might take a while because even though you want to stop doing it, it's just something that you've been doing for so long. It's a pattern of who you are, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna get there, but I also need, you also need that support from the partner to say, hey, I as much as I hate what you're doing, I am gonna be there for you, and I'm gonna support you and get you through this as long as you're working as well. So they are, you're right, there are different levels to it all, and I think everyone's space is different
True that. True that.
when it comes to
But
that.
but you know what? Real quick before just want to touch base on one thing, and the ability to take ownership and responsibility for things you do wrong shows growth in your personal life and your maturity. Um, but like you said, guys, if in the relationship, if I'm willing to admit that I was wrong, I don't need you to keep beating me over the head with it because now that just makes me feel like I shouldn't have never admitted it. Now I'm not even gonna admit when I'm wrong again. But you can't take that attitude. I'm just gonna admit it and move on because it's over and done with. You can't change it. Bringing it back up is not gonna change it. It's done. So just I'm gonna own up to it so I can keep on moving.
Mhm. No, listen, I agree. I remember when we used to play, like me and Ruben, we played baseball our whole lives or whatever, and everybody hated. Like Ruben will always like get extra slaps on the asses, and the guys didn't like it. They say, "Yo, Rube, like I didn't even get it. I didn't even get a hit, and you slapping me on the ass. Like you slap the guys on the ass when they get a hit, do something good." Rube was just slapping him on the ass for no reason, and he's like, "Yo, my bad. I'm so used to that, like that I can't stop. It's hard for me to stop." So he was asking them like, "Don't let me. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna try to stop doing that." But it was one of those things where his teammates stood by his side and said, "Don't worry about it. You're gonna get through that." And he stopped. After a while, it was just for home runs. He only started smacking asses for home runs, and that was it. But,
Yo, Charlie, what he's not telling you is all the funny shit I got to see with these niggas. And buses and the stuff they done. You know what I mean? So I already knew they was going the other way. I knew they were swinging. You know what I mean? So I just, it just, I was just hanging around the wrong crowd and I started acting up like that. And that's when I realized I got to back away from them, and I did so. And I did.
You had to let Rue. You had to let him go. You had to let him go and move
Yeah,
on.
because I was, like you said, I was like, niggas was 0 for 4 and I'm hitting their ass like they hit a home run. But it's because all the things I saw in the apartment 3A with him and a lot of other guys. You know what I mean? So
Bring it full circle, Rue. Bring it full circle.
that's when I left Bronzeville to Bushwick. You know what I mean?
Random questions.
who's a worse human being? Someone who refuses to share their food or talks during the movie.
Who's what? What's the question?
Who's a worse human being? Someone who refuses to share their food or talks during the movie.
Talking through in the damn movie. Shut your
Yeah,
damn mouth.
yeah.
Shut your
I
I
damn
agree.
agree.
mouth.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
watch my
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the person that doesn't share their food over the person that talks in the movie.
Yeah.
Hands down. I think
Yeah.
everyone might agree with that one. Ain't nothing worse than that, man.
You don't want
Look.
to share your popcorn? Just shut up then. Let me hit him. All right.
Hey, Charlie,
I'll listen to you, man.
Charlie, what was that game? What was that thing that when people have food, you smack it out? They had to say something when you smack
Oh,
the pizza.
damn. What was it?
Oh,
Damn.
what was that? Shit, I remember that. Oh
They
my
had to
God,
say
what was
something to
that?
you.
Yo,
Yeah.
They
I
So
had
you
to
remember
say.
can't
that.
smack it out their hand.
God
God
Somebody in the
damn, what was
audience has
that?
to know.
some of my boys used to get tight when the food was
Oh,
gone. Damn, what was it?
man, somebody has to know that in the chat. What was it?
Huh?
You weren't allowed to. You had to say
It,
something, so
it wasn't
they
punch
weren't allowed
buggy,
to.
right? No,
Nah, it
no.
wasn't
Punch
punch buggy.
buggy is when you see a punch buggy
The punch
and you
buggy.
punch
You got
somebody
your
to
license.
Right, you
right.
punch
Yo, what the hell
somebody.
she's
Right,
talking about,
right.
man? I'm
Also,
listening to her. Yo, punch
Damn, what
buggy.
was it? It was something so they couldn't smack your food out your hand. You had to say
But you had to
something.
say something.
Oh man, you're gonna have me thinking about that all night until I
All
get
these
that.
people in the chat, somebody got to know that shit.
Somebody has to
Listen,
know this one. What the
man,
hell was it?
that was the
Oh,
worst.
yeah.
oh
That was the
man.
worst. You talking about sharing? That shit was the worst when you
And I got
ready to
caught
take.
Let,
a couple
let people
times, and I
just
didn't give a
food.
fuck. I still picked up my food and ate it. I didn't give a damn. I was.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, D. I only had $1.25. I forgot the name of it though. You have to say something, man. Yeah.
Damn, you gonna have me thinking about that all night. I cannot.
Yeah,
I
that's gonna
can.
have me on my.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god,
That shit got me twisted right now thinking
I'm
about
gonna look
that.
that one up.
I remember
That's
you hadn't
gonna.
left
You
people
had
with their spoon in it.
Rick, what's up,
did you
Rick?
did you have to say mines or something like that? Mines? So no, that wasn't.
Nah,
The
wasn't
fuck is
mine.
this girl talking about? She's on bug buggy mines. Not, not listening to her no more, man.
Oh man.
Yo, Chris Rose is on. He got to know, man.
Oh,
Shit.
damn, I don't remember what that one was. Uh,
Yo, if
man,
Carlos is still on, he should know because he had all the good food coming up. You know what I mean? While he starved.
I know the Gills was in the neck. That's when he's like, "Save mine."
Oh, the
You
kill.
just give
Yeah, the
somebody a gill in
kill.
the neck. I remember that one. Say something
That was when they
stupid.
say something stupid, right? Yeah,
Say
yeah,
something
yeah.
stupid. He be like, "Save mine." And he just like you just freaking like yank their neck, like burn it and give it
Oh
like a
man,
nice
right?
burn on somebody's neck. I remember that one. That was a good one. Yeah, we just did so much dumb shit for no reason. Like just we just caused so much pain for no damn reason. Ricardo said, "What part of Bushwick you were from?"
Oh, I don't remember no punchbacks. Huh?
Yeah, no,
Carl
no,
said that to me.
no punchbacks was the buggies. Where like
The
Yeah.
punch buggy, right? Yeah.
yeah. You
Punch
say that
buggy,
so
no
you think it.
punchback.
Punch buggy, no
No
What
punchback.
part of
punchback.
what was the question? Lee? What part of Bushwick?
Yeah, he said what part of Bushwick you was from.
Bushwick Projects, right there on Moore Street, between Bushwick and Moore. I don't
Yeah,
see
Damn, what was that?
by Graham.
damn.
One block away from
No,
Graham.
my brother might know.
I have to figure that one out because that one is it's gonna drive me crazy. But yeah, man. Listen, fellas, we get to that point. You know, we at the 2 hour mark. So for those of you who don't know, we doing this every 2 weeks. You know, there will be 2 hour shows. This first one was a great time, man, and you know we're gonna definitely continue to try to bring to you guys a lot of knowledge on certain things. And again, for those of you that might have tuned in late or whatever the case is, um, these guys here, their knowledge is beyond the jokes and what you guys have seen from them in the past. You know, Ruben, Charlie, when it comes to investing and things like that, they're going to give you guys a shitload of knowledge about that. And how to invest in the future. We have, you know, we touched a little bit on AI today, and that's for something that we're going to get into on the next episode, where we're going to discuss about where we should be going, and trying to get our kids prepared, our grandkids, preparing them for this next generation of AI and jobs and where it lands. And Ruben actually works in that field, and he has a shitload of knowledge of you
Yep,
know what you
yep.
need to be doing, and how to prepare to be able to have
Yeah.
income coming in. And we're going to be getting into all that in these episodes to come. Things that are going to be really, really useful for all of us. So it's just again, there's a purpose behind everyone here, all of us here together, and it's gonna be super duper dope.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
and fellas, man, I had a great time tonight. This was awesome, man. You
Yes,
guys want to
sir.
say any last words? I'll start with you,
Yeah,
Arthur, man.
Well,
sure.
first of all, man, I just want to thank you, Dom G, for inviting me in and introducing me to these two high five brothers, Brother Rue and Brother Charlie. You guys are awesome, man, and I'm looking to build and learn. To everybody out there, share us up, holler at your people, let them know we on, because we're gonna take this to the stratosphere. And I'll just close with this one thought. Think twice before you say something negative to somebody, because you never know what's gonna come back to you negative. And it's all about positive vibes only. Peace.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Charlie.
Charlie.
I mean, just be positive, man. Strive for what you want, and enjoy life, make memories, and help who you can help on the way up. And just enjoy life, man. That's all I can say. Just try to enjoy life.
Yeah,
Most important.
without a doubt.
Um, all I would say is, the next show is just bring a paper and pen. We're looking to share a lot of resources, a lot of good information. We'll start with AI. I got a lot of feedback. I mean, I just came back from a big trip from Vegas. It's just amazing what this is going to happen. And it's important for all our peoples to be aware, have a step, and you guys could all do it. It's just, I'm looking forward to share that and how we could take it to the next level, even in real estate, right? And opportunities that you don't think exist because everything's over budget, rent is ridiculous, homes. No, there's opportunities in other places. So looking forward to bringing that to the
Sure.
table and sharing that with the team. For
without
sure.
without a doubt. And I probably should have said this earlier, but for you guys, we're on the Dom G Dago's neighborhood page and as well as the Dominic Gonzalez page. So normally everyone usually goes on the Dominic Gonzalez page. The only downfall is that when whichever page you're on, you're only going to see the chat from that page. So you won't be able to see any of the chats from the other page unless we put them up on the screen. So I guess for the future, you guys can decide which one you want to go on. For anyone that's on X, formerly known as Twitter, same thing. If you guys are on there, you're not going to be able to see the comments from Facebook, YouTube, unless we put them up on the screen. So just to let you guys all know, the majority of the people usually go on the Facebook Dominic Gonzalez page. So you might want to go on there for future episodes if you want to, interact with the crowd and in the chat, which is what a lot of people enjoy doing. So just wanted to throw that out there. And yeah, guys, man. So this was a good time. Again, share it up, let people know about it. We are back. We're gonna start building it up again, and we're gonna keep having a lot of fun. Don't forget, for those of you that have not booked yet, there are still some cabins available for the Dream Girl Cynthia Original Freestyle Cruise, January 26th to the February 1st. You guys see who's there. Mr. Charlie's wife is up there. You see her, Miss C Bank in the building. She's gonna be there with Miss Betty D, George Lamont, Coro, Brenda K Star, I was about to say Judy Lamont, Judy Torres, Suave, Rob Bass, TKA, and of course, Dream Girl Cynthia with the Back to the Future squad, Deneen, Willie Valentine, Cynthia Figueroa, George Anthony, and Willie Valentine up in the building. So you guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be an amazing time for those of you who have never been on the cruise before.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea how much fun that is.
You got it. Yeah, you have to experience it, man. It is fun to a different level, man. You have to. It's just, if you're a freestyle lover and you're into freestyle, you got to come because we have a ball out there, man. We have a ball.
Yeah. It literally is it's just nonstop fun all day long. And we'll be in the building and you'll see us just hanging out. Everybody's just hanging out. Again, just you got to experience it. These words can't even do it justice, honestly.
I mean, I've sat down with me and Brenda have sat down with people and just have breakfast. We've never met before, but we listen to their stories and it's great. Just rubbing elbows, with your artist, with your favorite artist or a artist that you like or whatever,
Mhm.
and you kind of just, talk like human beings and have a normal conversation, and it's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've met some great people in there, so
Yeah. You become family with a lot of people, man.
yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely so dope. You got Mr. Ricardo Rodriguez, who just put up a link. He does amazing videos and pictures. You see him all day long. Like, that man is a ball of energy. Like, and he's been such a big part of also just kind of letting people see what the experience is all about. He's so awesome. We appreciate you, Rick. Like, and if you guys want to go, you can go on that link. You can take a look at it for yourself, and people will let you know how much fun it is. It's truly just a great time, and then that's it. You'll see. Once you go, I always say, you go once, you ain't gonna miss one. That's for sure.
Right.
But yeah, guys. So in 2 weeks we will be back, and we'll get to it, man. So I appreciate you guys, fellas. Awesome time. Rube, I know you're and I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna stay quiet because I don't want to.
Nah, say it, nigga. Say it.
No. I don't want to say it. All I'm gonna say is May 3rd, Entertainment Redefined. May 3rd, I promise y'all, is gonna be the time of your life. You gotta be there. It's gonna be in Carteret, New Jersey. Carteret, New Jersey. Tickets will be going on sale soon. When I tell you, it's gonna be one of the dopest evenings ever. You got to come out with your wife, friends, everyone. You're gonna have the time of your life. I mean, you're talking about smiles, dancing, and singing from beginning to end. You're not gonna be able to get the smile off your face. And then just to end the night, once you're just floating out of the arena, because that's what you're gonna be doing after the good time, you're gonna float right downstairs as we're gonna celebrate my baby girl's birthday. It's gonna be the after party for Dream Girl Cynthia, right there at the club at the same venue. So it's gonna be, I'm telling you, a night you don't want to miss.
It's a lot of top secret stuff. Dom's let me in on little the stuff he's let me know is going to be off the hook. So you got to come, and I know he got more in his bag, So
yes,
come.
yes. I'm telling you,
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm telling you, and you guys is gonna have to take our word on this. And I know we're asking a lot, but trust us. Y'all gonna leave out of there talking about,
sure.
Oh my God, this was dope. Like, trust. If not, Ruben's gonna give you your money back for your tickets.
No, yeah, he's right. So I'm banking on him doing real well with this one.
All right, y'all. 2 weeks. We'll see y'all. Peace and love, fellas.
Peace and love.
Love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all back.
There goes the neighbor. There goes the neighborhood.